Alright, hello, HC here, and I just finished watching all 4 seasons of Stranger Things. Yes, I literally binge watched this entire show under a week to prepare for season 5 because I've never seen it until now. In today's video, I'll be giving my thoughts and a little review for each of these 4 seasons. But first, please make sure you hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Spoilers ahead, by the way. So in season 1, we meet the gang: Mike Wheeler, Lucas Sinclair, Dustin Henderson, and Will Byers. And other characters: Nancy Wheeler, Jonathan, Will's brother; Joyce, Jonathan and Will's mother; Steve Harrington, Nancy's boyfriend; Jim Hopper, the police chief; Dr. Brunner, and Eleven. So this show is set in November of 1983 in Hawkins, Indiana. That's one thing I love about the show. I love the 80s vibe. I don't know, just the vibe of the classic 80s just bring a lot to the show. So yeah, Hawkins, 1983, but then one day, on November 6, 1983, Will Byers goes missing. The day everything started. That's also the same day Eleven escaped. She meets Mike and the gang, and at first, they don't seem to like Eleven, but eventually they come to realize that she's a good friend and she becomes a member of the gang. Long story short, we figure out where Will went, a dimension called the Upside Down. It's full of vines, dark creatures, and monsters. And this place is frozen in time on the day of November 6, 1983, the day Will went missing. We find out that a creature called the Demogorgon took Will into the Upside Down, and eventually Eleven defeats it, and she disappears. Okay, that's season 1. Now, what do I think? I really love season 1. I love how grounded it is and how dark it is compared to the other seasons. Don't get me wrong, I love the later seasons, but I feel like this one being so grounded really makes it so special to me, with all the mystery surrounding it and just the monsters and a parallel dimension. I don't know, it's just so special to me, and I really love it. I love the chemistry too. Mike and the gang, they just feel like an actual friend group. Hopper and Joyce's chemistry was great. Nancy and Jonathan's chemistry was great. And Steve Harrington, oh my god. At first, I genuinely hated him. But after his fight with Jonathan in the alleyway and redeeming himself to be an ally to the gang, I love him as a character. From being the arrogant bully to a good friend of the group, I thought it was really great. Overall, I really love season 1. Now on to season 2. In season 2, we meet new characters: Dr. Sam Owens, Bob Newby, Murray Bauman, Max Mayfield, and Billy Hargrove. Bob Newby is Joyce's new boyfriend, but as we all know, it doesn't last for long. Murray Bauman is this guy who was hired to find out about Barb's death, and at first tries to tell Hopper about Russian spies and a girl with powers, but Hopper denies it. But later, with Nancy and Jonathan, they expose the lab, and he also jokes about how Nancy and Jonathan are in love, which they are. And now Max and Billy. They are step-siblings from California who hate each other. Billy becomes the new high school bully who is honestly worse than when Steve was a bully. And Max is this brave, independent girl who we meet through the arcade, with her nickname being Mad Max. Eventually, she meets the gang, becomes a part of them, and then boom, a love triangle, baby. Dustin and Lucas fall for her, but in the end, it is Lucas that gets with Max. Now in season 2, we find out that Eleven is still alive, and is actually hiding with Hopper. So yeah, Hopper becomes her adoptive father. Now, besides all of that, in season 2, we meet new monsters: Demo Dogs, and the big villain, the Mind Flayer. Demo Dogs are basically Demogorgons, but like dogs. And the Mind Flayer is like this giant shadow spider creature who takes over people to try to conquer the earth. I did enjoy season 2, but there are some issues that I have for this season. I do wish I had better pacing. I felt like the season was really slow because they were spending a lot of time focusing on other things, like the love triangle with Lucas, Max, and Dustin, and Nancy, Jonathan, and Murray's investigation into the lab and Barb's death. It felt kind of slow, honestly. And I also feel like the Lost Sister episode was really random. Like, we meet 8, aka Callie, who was one of the test subjects in the lab and eventually grew up to be a gang member in, I don't remember where she was, but she grew up to be a criminal who uses her illusion powers to trick a lot of people. I felt like it was out of place and very unnecessary, so we literally see her never again after that. I mean, this show introduces things that eventually will play a part into all the big stuff, but we never see Callie and her gang members again, so what was the point? But yeah, those are my nitpicks, but I did love the Mind Flayer stuff in this season. I thought it was really creepy, and especially when it took over Will and he was having a seizure, because boy can act. That was scary. I thought the Demo Dogs were kind of cool. They reminded me of the Death Angels from A Quiet Place. And that scene of Elle closing the gate was a really cool scene, of her levitating and all that. That was really cool. Overall, I did feel like season 2 could have been better, but it was still a season that I really enjoyed. It's summertime, baby. Everyone's happy. Mike is with Elle, Luke is with Max, Dustin somehow has a girlfriend. All them ladies, even Karen fucking Wheeler, are just going crazy over Billy. Steve has a new friend named Robin. Yeah, a lot of stuff happens in this season. We find out that Russians are trying to access the Upside Down literally under the mall. And the Mind Flayer is back. It needs a new host, so who does it take over? That's right, Billy. So in this season, the Mind Flayer is like not the same storm shadow creature we saw last season, but like an actual physical creature made up of like organs of deflated people, which Billy caused because he was influenced by the Mind Flayer. Besides all that, there are issues with people and their relationships. Like Mike and Elle, they really like each other, but Hopper hates it, so he forces Mike to lie to her, which caused the two to break up, but that only made things worse. Steve became sort of a loser now. Like he's at the mall with his friend Robin. In season 3, we find out that Steve liked her, but she rejected him because she is lesbian. Nancy gets with Jonathan, and Hopper begins to like Joyce, etc, etc. Yeah, a lot happens in the season, and I really enjoyed it. A lot more in season 2. A part of me feels like the change in tone from being really dark, gritty, and horror to a more sci-fi, energetic action theme feels kind of stupid, but I do like it though. It's like really cool. I thought Billy as an antagonist was really great, and him and the Mind Flayer and all the other Flay people. I thought Billy was a great villain, and he's just a great character in general. He's like a misunderstood villain, because we learned that he was abused as a child from his father, which is why he's a big bully. And eventually, in his final moments, 11 helps him remember about his mother, which leads to Billy sacrificing himself and getting impaled by the Mind Flayer and then dies. Although he was a huge dick, he changed in the end. And that's why I really like Billy as a character. Hopper's sacrifice was heartbreaking, but it's fine because we know he's still alive in season 4. And so in the end, because of all the dangers of Hawkins and the government looking for 11, Dr. Owens forces the Byers family and 11 to go to California and live there now. And when 11 read Hopper's note, honestly, that was a really emotional scene. Season 4 is a season I really enjoyed. I do wish they could have kept like the more grounded, dark tone that the first 2 seasons had, but I do like the more action vibe to this. Overall, I liked it. Now, on to season 4, baby. So, season 4. The Byers are in California now. Will and 11, they're in high school now. But she gets bullied a lot. And I mean a lot. Jonathan, for some reason, has just become a loser now. And we meet his GOAT best friend, Argyle. Back in Hawkins, we see Mike, Dustin, Lucas, and the others. They're in this D&D club called Hellfire. And it's led by the man himself, Joseph Quinn, playing Eddie Munson. Max and Lucas are having some issues. Mainly because Max is dealing with the loss of Billy and isolating herself to cope with it. Lucas is now part of the basketball team. And we meet these goddamn sons of bitches. It turns out Hopper is still alive, skinny, bald, and captured in a Russian prison because they think he's a spy. Oh, I forgot to mention, 11 lost her powers, and she sort of embarrassed herself in front of the whole school.
Holy shit! What the hell was that?
But anyways, in season 4, we meet a new villain. The big villain. The big bad. The one behind it all. Vecna. So Vecna is targeting 4 kids that dealt with grief and trauma in their lives as a part of a ritual to open the gates that connect to the Upside Down to the real world. Long story short, Elle gets her powers back, reunites with Mike, Jonathan, and Will. Somehow Dr. Brenner is still alive, but then he dies. Max becomes Vecna's 4th and final victim, opening the gates, and honestly, holy hell, Jason's death was brutal. As much as I hated this motherfucker, I gotta admit, that death was brutal. Vecna gets lit on fire, but he survives. And Max, man, oh my god. She's been through so much. She survived his curse the first time, but the second time? Oh my Jesus Christ. So, season 4. What do I think? I love this season. Kind of a hot take here, but I think season 4 is the best one out of all of them. Personally, my favorite. Like, my ranking for all 4 seasons is number 1, season 4, number 2, season 1, number 3, season 3, and number 4, season 2. I thought Vecna was an amazing villain, genuinely scary, and bro was actually a serious threat. His killings were brutal, and I thought Jamie Campbell Bower did an amazing job playing the character. I also love the reveal on his character on who he truly is. In all honesty, because of Stranger Things world facts, I kind of already knew who he was. But still, the way they revealed him was pretty awesome. From him being one, to him being Victor Creel's son, Henry Creel, to him transforming into Vecna, that was a badass reveal. I did like the parts in Russia where we meet characters like Enzo and Yuri. Took a while, but we finally had Joyce and Hopper reunite, and they finally kissed. And Yuri and Enzo, I like those two. I thought they were cool additions. Especially Yuri, because he was annoying and funny, but in the end, he became a good guy and helped the guys. Yeah, I liked him. The only thing I do wish, though, is that in some way, in the final moment, every character all got together. But no, they were still in their own place, but they did help out. Like Murray with the flamethrower, hurting the hive mind. Everybody in the finale played a huge part. Oh, also, dude, never mess with Nancy with the shotty, because, oh my god. And Eddie, dude. Oh, man, bro. And they said the story is complete, man. I don't want to say goodbye to Joseph Quinn as Eddie. Ah, damn, bro. Oh, dude. That scene where Max dies and Lucas is with her crying and all that. That was really, really, really emotional. It's scary, too, because she knows she's going to die. But she's scared and she says she's not ready. And the worst thing about her death is that she says she can't feel or see anything, right? Because she can't feel, she doesn't know that Lucas is right with her, holding her. It's gonna be sad because we know she's still alive, but when and if she wakes up from her coma, she might be blind and paralyzed. Dude, man, that acting was so good from Caleb and Sadie Sink. Then all hell gets loose. Max dies, which means that Vecna claims his fourth victim. 4 victims, 4 chimes. That means the gates are opening. So after all this, 11 saves Max, but she's still in her coma, and all our characters are reuniting Hawkins. But the gates are open, and in our last moments, we see the Upside Down beginning to merge with Hawkins, and 11 is just ready to fight, ready to stop Vecna once and for all. Holy shit, my god, what a cliffhanger, what a season, and what a show. I cannot wait to see how Season 5 continues where we left off. There's going to be a time jump apparently, so I don't expect the insanity to begin right at the very beginning. I just can't wait to see Vecna again, dude. He was a crazy villain in Season 4, and I can't wait to see him again in Season 5. I'm scared Steve's gonna die. For the finale, all I want is for it to be a masterpiece. Volume 1 drops tonight. I can't wait, guys. Once I watch these 4 episodes, I'm making videos right away about this. But anyways, guys, those are my reviews for all 4 seasons of Stranger Things. As I said, I can't wait for Season 5. Are y'all excited? Let me know down below. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, at HC76. Like and subscribe for more videos like this. And as always, I'm HC, and have a good one. Peace!
Found you.